Welcome back, everyone, to Rejects and Friends Rapid Fire 2025. We are barreling on, much like the cars in our break screen, raising money for Planned Parenthood. Currently over $5,100, which is amazing. We have a couple of donation incentives open. We have a fantastic MegaMan Battle Network poster by Isaiah C. Animation. You can get into that with a $20 donation. We also have a poll to name the file name for Skyward Sword later tonight, or the two file names. Your options are Uwu and Owo, Link and Zelda, Wario and Waluigi, and Groose and Groose. Currently, Uwu and Owo is in a lead, but anything can happen. I remember the Monster Hunter poll the other day. And remember, when you donate, make sure to choose your incentive, add it to the cart, and you can put your donation to multiple incentives. Your dollar goes far. I'm pretty sure I said my name was Adam, but just in case I forgot, because I got too excited by the money we're raising. Hi, I'm Adam. It is nice to meet you. We've got this Mega Man Battle Network run happening right now. So, Phantom, are you ready?
I'm ready. Hello. With me, I also have Morph. Morph knows this game.
I played it one time a few years ago, and it was great.
That's pretty good. That's good enough. So, for the beginning here, I will be attempting an RNG manipulation. So I will let Morph kind of explain at least the mechanics and the overarching story while I try and hit one of two possible frames that work for this manip. So I will give a quick countdown here. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so we've got Mega Man Battle Network here. This is LAN and MegaMan.exe here. Main protagonist of the game. The whole premise of the game is basically just going around talking to NPCs, doing net battles, and pretty much getting involved in as easily as I can put that. And the main battle mechanics for this game is it's basically like a deck builder. So you have these chips, as they're called in-game. As you can see, Phantom just used the... I can't remember the name of these chips, to be honest.
Cannon. Very...
Is it cannon?
Yeah.
So we've got cannon, you've got swords, you've got like bombs you can throw. There's a lot of different chips that you can use to just influence how the battle will play out. Like this chip here lets you give yourself an extra row to work with in front of your enemy. It's usually by a 3x6 grid, split evenly, but you can manipulate that. There's a lot of interesting and cool ways that you can go about battles depending on how, like, what chips you get, but more often than not, we're just trying to run away. There is no experience in this game. Very unlike most other RPGs.
Okay, this is fine. I will take a clean 2-turn. If my minute had worked, yeah, that would have been a 1-turn fight with a 3 cannon draw, but I believe I was a couple frames late. That's a 2-frame window, and those 2 frames are not next to each other. But it only would have saved the 1 turn, so not a huge deal. So, the main part of the route for this game, the way that the speedrun works, we need actually 60 unique battle chips in our library for story reasons. And that's different from every other Battle Network game. You typically don't require chips of any kind, but we actually do need to get a whole 60. Most of them are routed in normally. And around 10 of them are going to be pure RNG from battles like this one. And that is not an RNG chip because that is a guaranteed thing I pick up later, but shockwaves are good. So, do you know how the encounter rate works, Morph?
Isn't it like based on the amount of steps you take?
Yes.
More or less, yeah.
Shoutouts to the escape chip.
Nice escape chip.
We currently have one of those. It is the only way to run away from battles, and there are 30 chips in our folder. So if we draw escape, that's pretty nice. Here's a good chance at a dash chip.
Yes, soon enough, Phantom's going to be organizing their folder chips are in, and you can slightly manipulate how often you draw escapes if you put them near the top of the folder. It has slightly better odds of drawn in that case.
Yeah, so right there, that little access thing that I walked into, that's Dex's PC. He's one of our classmates. I don't have his password, so I can't get in. But by getting that text box, it resets my step count to 0. So basically meaning I need to take a lot more steps to get encounters.
Based off of the background, I assume we're inside Internet Explorer?
Yeah, that was Internet 1. There are, I think it's 13 internets.
13? Yeah.
And now we are jacking into the oven in order to put out the fire.
Yeah,
And,
something cool about this game is it makes use of like the idea of the internet and just applying it to you get a lot of cool like just like different backgrounds and environments that you're going to interact with in this game. It's pretty cool.
MetGuard 1G is a random chip. You're not guaranteed to get MetGuard from anything, so very nice to pick up. This is sad. A lot of these early fights, if you just do not draw good chips or you don't draw like escape, this is kind of where early time can just bleed. And in a PB attempt, it would be very sad. But since this is not a PB attempt, it doesn't matter. In quotation marks. Nice. This is fine. Triple delete should get me an S rank. Very likely to get Shockwave off that. Actually, technically 50-50, but that's fine. A lot of chips like Shockwave we're going to want multiple of just because they're pretty high damage, and if you have multiple, it makes so you can use multiple of them at the same time, on the same turn. Because normally, you can really only... In a lot of fights in this game, we're going to be taking only one chip at a time because we have very little synergy to work with. This is... Okay.
Yeah, so the chips... there's different types of chips, chip attacks, or things you can do on the battlefield, and then each of those chips are also assigned letters to themselves. So Sword usually has like the letter S assigned to it, and you can stack the letters with each other if you draw multiple of the same letter. So like in that instance, Phantom could have just drawn all 3 swords in the same hand.
And ideally on Fireman, that's what happens, but... neat. Good draw. I mean, as it is with like any kind of deck builder, you're gonna get some bad draws.
Yeah.
But
Something
also,
else that Phantom's doing here in these battles, whenever they're using the Mega Buster with MegaMan, they're moving back and forth between the tiles on their side of the arena. It's a little bit faster to do that than to just stand in place, mashing the fire button.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Alright, time for our first boss fight. This is Fireman. You may recognize him from Mega Man 1.
Just like I remember him.
He's huge. Literally huge.
Literally.
That's fine. I would like to have swords, but we'll just take the damage and throw that. Ow.
Wow, he gets that fast. That charge. Never noticed.
Yeah. Come to the front. Thank you. Come to the front. Thank you.
Nice.
So in a perfect world, you draw like 5 swords and he just dies, but imagine getting that without an RNG manip.
It's definitely one of the higher dealing chips that we have early on in this run.
Yep.
And probably just throughout the whole game, I would assume.
For the most part, but we take them out later because nothing likes to come to the front in the end game.
Yeah.
So we just took a detour into our friend Yai's house to jack into her phone and take a battle chip out of it.
That's illegal.
But that battle chip is our second escape chip, and as you can imagine, running away from battle is kind of nice, and we like to have more chances to run away from battle. Similarly, we're going to come to the school library and take this escape chip out of the book. And then sort escapes to the top. So it is approximately a 16% chance for any of the top 5 chips to appear in our opening hand on turn 1. Because the way that this game shuffles your folder, it takes it in the order that you place the chips, and then 60 times in a row will pick 2 chips at complete random from locations and swap them. So either it can swap chips to still be in the same top 5 slots, or it can just not ever swap that chip at all and you just have it at the top 5 anyway. And in later games, the shuffle algorithm actually gets worse and only does 30 swaps. So in BN1, it's actually the weakest deck stacking in the series. But now we're in the school. And this is... Well, the school apparently has some kind of like program that WWW wants. Just like there was a program hidden in our oven, supposedly. Sad.
Yeah, something we haven't mentioned yet. A lot of the cutscenes in this game, I think you just press start and you can skip them entirely.
You can actually hold start, and it buffers the skip.
Nice. So there's
greedy.
very little downtime, but yeah, this WWW, I think known as World 3, is that how you would say it?
In the anime.
Yeah. I watched a few episodes of that.
I watched everything that was ever translated into English.
I watched like a good chunk of it after I beat this first game. I was just watching it at work. Just randomly. It was fun.
Yeah. It doesn't quite follow the story, but it like kind of hits some of the points.
Yeah.
Oh, since this is the school, we have to do quizzes. There are 6 quiz doors. Some of the questions they kind of make no sense at all. The first one's how many desks are in your classroom. That's the only one that I know. I don't know what the other questions are. But also 3 of the doors are completely random. So I will have to use my ability to read Japanese to figure out what the password is. And then this is a spooky. If I move to his row, he will just move. So I have to kind of fake him out. Nice. Uh, 30. If I remember correctly from what someone said, I think that question is like how many books are in the library. Which really 30 does not sound like a lot for that. Fine. Come to the front, Flappy. Thank you. And I have a cannon, so I'm not going to bother damaging him down.
He's
At
just
ranks-
a little guy.
At rank 7, I have a much higher chance of getting Shockwave than I do Guard. So the fact that I've gotten Guard off of rank 7s is very sad to me. I would rather have more Shockwaves, especially considering Number Man is coming up. Famous MegaMan Robot Master Number Man from none of the classic games.
Yeah, I think in this game it's Number Man and Color Man are the two like ones that aren't from the classic series.
Yeah. I think it's just those two.
I remember playing this for the first time and being confused. I was like, I don't know who Number Man is. Is it from like one of the two games I haven't played?
Yeah, the first boss is Fireman, then we have Number Man, Guts Man, Stone Man, Ice Man, Skull Man, Color Man, Elect Man, Proto Man. What a fight.
Nice.
I would like to not deal with that.
And then near the end of the game, you get Bomb Man too.
Yeah, the final boss. We'll get to that later. Oh yeah, there's also Shark Man.
Oh,
and
true.
And Wood Man, who we don't fight.
And did you mention Skull Man?
I did, because we do actually have to fight Skull Man.
Pharaoh Man?
Oh yeah, Fairman's post game. I wasn't thinking about post game. Like him
Yeah,
and Shadow
true.
Man.
Oh, true. Yeah, one of the cool things about this game is like all of the classic robot masters from the original Mega Man series is like they all have like drastically different designs. It's really, really neat. I'm a big fan of Elect Man's design.
Oh yeah, Elect Man's good.
I'm sorry, was your
second
teacher just tied up in a closet?
Yes. The new teacher put her there. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, no, that makes sense.
And the new teacher happens to be Number Man's operator, and he is hacking the school to steal secret information. Also, don't worry about it.
Yeah, here's Number Man. He's got a disco ball for a head.
Yeah, he spawns balls that have numbers on them until he hits around 250 HP, and then he will start doing other attacks involving numbers, like Time Bomb and Dice. I guess he is kind of like Brightman, although Brightman is in Mega Man Network Transmission.
I didn't know that.
This is a pretty good hand, honestly.
Yeah, I think these dice, they like blow up if you let them stay too long.
Yeah, the dice do damage based on what they roll, which I guess that makes sense. And the time bombs do fixed damage.
It's one of those things where I say I think because I'm just like, I don't know what this is, but it looks dangerous. So I'm just not gonna let that do its thing.
Yeah, just blow them up before they cause a problem.
Yeah. Not a problem if I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, the Number Man does a pretty good amount of damage. Damage in this game in general is very, very high. Near the end, we will max out at 260 HP, and enemies will do around 140 damage, if not more. So, have to be pretty careful
It
in
does
later
help
fights.
that in this game, I think only this Battle Network game, every time you literally just exit an encounter, whether it's by fleeing or winning the encounter, you'll have your health fully restored.
Yep, that
I
is
don't
a
think that's the
BN1 thing.
case. Yeah, I don't think it's the case for any other game.
Trying to get these two to line up because that'd be really cool of them. Okay. Okay, buddy. Fine. Yeah, we are also playing in Japanese. In this game, it's basically just text speed is significantly faster in Japanese. Nothing else really changes. Although there are major differences in the Legacy Collection version of Battle Network 1, which is why we are playing on the actual GBA cartridge. This is Dex. He operates Gutsman, and this is the only time we will ever see Gutsman. Thankfully. Gutsman doesn't care where you are. He will just attack. As evidenced by that. He also likes to break your panels. Gutsman. Or punch you if you're in the front. Forgot about that. Taking some damage just to be able to throw the mini bombs.
Yeah, the mini bombs can be a little bit hard to use because you have to line them up like 3 spaces away from where the enemy is.
Guts, man.
And if they're constantly just throwing attacks directly at you, then it can be kind of annoying. Or just moving erratically.
Try to punch me. Come on. Do it. I know you want to. Thank you.
Baited.
Yeah. So, Dex had a password. He put a password on the door to Internet 2. So, anything past Internet 1 was literally inaccessible to everyone. Because he just locked it. But we picked up that password from him, and we can go unlock the door to Internet 2 and go figure out why the subway is not working. Or the metro, rather. Sad B code. But we won't be visiting the internet here much until the end. I'm not going to get a shockwave off this. These first couple scenarios are really the only time we'll see these very similar looking roads until the end of the game. I already have a... Oh no, I don't have a dash. Oh well. I got Mech Guard and Invis. Okay, carefully purchasing exactly what I need. Because we are going to be applying this power-up to MegaMan's attack stat.
Okay, nice. So every time Phantom uses the Mega Buster now, instead of doing 1 damage per shot, it's going to do 2 damage. And with the way you can like just make Mega Man shoot faster by moving between tiles, it's going to do infinitely more damage than earlier.
Yeah.
The difference is so staggering.
Yeah, as soon as you go from 1 to 2 damage, fights are just so much faster. And we'll be upgrading that all the way to 5 damage per buster shot. With 1 point put into charge as well. We currently cannot charge the Mega Buster, which if you're familiar with obviously the classic series or Mega Man X, you might be wondering, why can you not just charge the Mega Buster?
Doesn't
As you can
the
see,
Legacy... Or sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine.
Doesn't the Legacy
damage.
Collection have a thing where you can change the Buster in Battle Network 1 to be more like the later games?
Not quite. So the way
I think there's some setting that you can change, right?
The Legacy Collection has Buster Max, which means a Buster Shot does, I think it's 500 damage.
I didn't think it was that strong, but I definitely did not play with that when I played.
I think it just multiplies the damage by 100. So if you have a Power 5 Buster, it's going to do 500. Sorry, wasting my time.
Yeah, these guys like to swing their sword, but eventually they'll start trying to take away your space so you can't run away from their sword.
Yeah. And they can lock you in place into a single tile. It is possible.
It's very obnoxious later on in the game when they get wide sword and just cover the whole row. So you just have one row to yourself and you're just getting owned.
All right, so this is Stone Man. You may be able to tell pretty quickly what his gimmick is, and that's that he doesn't move. He's gonna slam his hands into the ground, and 3 rocks are gonna fall from the sky. And that's pretty much all he does.
Just like I remember him from Mega Man 5.
Eventually, when his health is low enough, he can spawn a head out of the ground that shoots a laser. But ideally, we beat him before he can do that. Although it may not be up to me if I just don't draw good chips. Although he's not spawning a rock cube in my row, so that's kind of cool. He can do that too, and then you just can't hurt him at all. And dead. And that's Stone Man.
Nice.
And he put a rock on the internet in front of the train tracks so that the train in the real world could not move. That's how it works.
Yeah, get used to us solving all our problems by going into the internet. Very common theme.
I picked up a metro pass for the way back because when you come out of the metro station, you're literally right next to the ticket booth, whereas if you were coming in from outside, you have to walk further to get to the ticket booth. Really kind of inconvenient placement if you're thinking like logistics. But in that TV right there was our 4th escape chip, which I haven't really been drawing those, but having another one will surely make it easier. We're here to visit our dad. Dad said he has a present for us, so we came to go to his office. His office is in like the main government building for the city because he is a government employee that like does internet research.
Is that the trash can we just jacked into?
It was technically the vending machine.
Okay. I thought as much, but I wasn't sure visually speaking.
We're just going to jack into Dad's work computer here and take this high cannon, and then come over here to his other work computer and take his password. Don't mind that. We're also leaving a message with the Mr. Prog here that says that we came to visit him and he wasn't at his office. Let's come over here and take his password, and we leave. Time to go back home. Dad wasn't at work. Classic dad. Some minor stuff like movement in this game. You want to turn as little as possible. Every time you turn, you waste an extra frame. So we're going to be trying to take many direct lines for not just like efficiency's sake, but to save frames at every opportunity. And that can include like running your face along the wall is a little bit faster in many situations. I have not read the email yet. So Dad sent us a power-up in the email, and then we read Mail's email, and she sent us a chip for roll, which we will not be using. The Navi chips are a little slow. They have a screen fade out and then a whole animation. It's just not worth the time.
They're pretty much like a summon in a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
You just do like big damage, or I think roll heals you.
Yeah, she does a little bit of damage and then heals you. Where Gutsman does like an AoE attack across the entire like field. This is also the last time we had to come to school. Just typical school day. It's over. We will not be back here. for the rest of the game. What we are going to do, though, is go gambling.
Gambling.
So I said
boy.
earlier, we need 60 unique art chips in our library. This is a pretty good way to get more. I will gladly take a escape chip, and now I have to menu around it, and that's the annoying part.
So I've got wiretapping, truancy, and underage gambling on your list of crimes.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
All right, I'll keep track.
So we're not getting new chips. I'm not
We're
upset
getting
with
more
what I have.
escapes.
Perfect. Okay, I'll take a Shockwave K. Where is this? Okay. Neat. Hello, Higsby. So this is the teacher that just tried to hijack the school. He owns this shop now.
He's reformed.
Yep. And currently the water is not running in the entire city. So we're going to go to Waterworks and ask why. Because it's our job as a fifth grader.
As a fifth grader, as one does in the 5th grade.
And we talked to this other 5th grader. He's a government official. He works for the government and deals with net crime. He's like a detective, kind of. We'll see him later. So he says that it's not our job or whatever. We're going to go into our dad's office, steal his ID, as you do. And go over and take his ID card to the other elevator, which takes us up to the waterworks part of the government facility, where all of the water purification for the entire, like, city, county, I don't know, whatever governing area takes place. This is Dr. Freud. He has a unique sprite, therefore he is important. But he's working on it, trying to fix the water issues. Which makes sense, you know. We're gonna just come into his PC here and take this Recuv 200L and this 3000 Zenny. The money in this is pretty tightly routed. We will be making a lot of large purchases at the end of the game, primarily in things like power-ups and battle chips, etc. So we're gonna go drop off Dad's ID card back in his office. Or
Is any money routed in through battles, or is it all just overworld stuff?
You are kind of expected to get a certain amount from battles, but it's not actually required. We typically end with around like 2,000 extra Zenny or 3,000 extra, which isn't really enough to work with. So it is currently after hours. Everyone's gone home, and we're just sneaking around and gonna jack into this water fountain. This water fountain is, by the way, the main entry point for the entire computer network of Waterworks. And we're gonna be using that to get in and figure out what's going wrong and fix it.
Can I slip in here for a moment?
Absolutely.
Just want to remind everybody about our donation incentives we have going on. You can donate $20 to enter into a poster for the EXE Party Mega Man Battle Network poster by Isaiah C. Animation. If you would like to see that, you can type ! schedule in the chat and take a look at the schedule. We also have the Skyward Sword file name, and there has been some movement on that. We have a $12.51 donation here from Snail with the comment, Groose. Groose is at $17.51 behind Uwu and Owo, which is $70, but anything can happen. Link/Zelda and Wario/Waluigi are still at $0. But anybody can turn the tide on that.
Okay, so yes. You may notice the ice physics. Yep. So, what's your impression of the ice morph?
It took me way longer than I would like to admit to get through this scenario when I played it. It is very particular, the lines you have to take to get out of here.
Yeah, it's a little strange. One thing that's noteworthy about this comp, there are pretty long distances to run, but not quite long enough that this isn't relevant. All of those valves reset your step counter when you interact with them. So it is possible to make it to the valves with no encounters, reset your step counter, and then you probably won't get another encounter, like right there. So we can kind of abuse this to try and skip as many encounters as possible, but at the end of the day, it's still RNG. Whether or not we can manage to skip all or even many of them. But yeah, based on the waterworks being frozen, who do you think the main villain is? Come on, chat. Give me an answer.
Crash Man.
Yeah.
It's gotta be Crash Man.
Proto Man.
Well, he did just see Proto Man. I wouldn't be surprised. There was a cutscene with him.
He was skulking around.
Yeah.
Might be him.
I do like in the chat we do have Frozone as a guess. I think it's a good. I think it's a good guess.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Someone said Blizzard Man.
Ooh.
Chill Penguin.
I was about to say Chill Penguin. Yeah. Maybe Frost Walrus.
We're coming up on a skip here. This trick is technically frame perfect, but it can be buffered.
Oh man, not Flame Heinard. Anyone but him.
I think it's Ikakumon.
Oh, yeah, of course. Classic. So there's a mandatory quotation marks fight coming up here. With 2 polar bears. Which I'm sure Morph remembers this fight.
I do remember this fight.
So I'm going to line up with this pixel. And, yep, that was the fight.
What fight?
Fun fact, I have to jack in there, not because of any, like, story progress or anything, but because I skipped a fight there by doing a sort of menu trick. I'm soft locked unless I jack in. I cannot move LAN. But jacking in fixes it, so we're good. Anyway, we fixed waterworks. Just ignore the purple Kool-Aid in the fountain there. It's fine.
And the guy on the floor, face down.
Listen, water's been out. He was thirsty. He wanted to drink the Kool-Aid. Also, we got a phone call or something that Freud's son was kidnapped. He was in that car. It's fine. Now we're gonna go back to waterworks.
If I saw something purple like that in a fountain, I probably would take a sip.
So yeah, we
a purple drink. I want Sunny D.
Ooh,
that's where it's at.
So what we did in the first trip to waterworks was we opened the water supply. Unfortunately, it had been supposedly poisoned. I don't know. It didn't look that bad. Purple's not a bad color. So we need to go back in and fix it for real this time. This is why you don't let a 11-year-old into secret government computers through a water fountain that apparently has access to the entire network.
A singular water fountain, by the way. Not even connected to multiple. It's just one.
Yeah. Just right next to the elevator. Because where else would it be?
I will say, as frustrating as these ice physics were casually, I think it's really cool to watch in a speedrun how fast you can do them. All these low, precise movements here.
Yeah, it'll be more noticeable in like the next room or the upcoming rooms. This is unfortunate.
Ooh, I loved having these guys as chips.
It's a good chip. We pick one up anyway because it's just in the way. So I don't need to get it from a drop. So when I was doing my tech check, Variety asked me, how likely are you to PB? And my response was literally not at all. Because of things like this. With this encounter rate. This category is so volatile. It's really fun, but it is incredibly volatile with chip draws, encounter rate, etc., etc. Okay.
Honestly, though, the normal battle music, kind of a banger.
It is. It definitely is. Also, the kid that was in the car had this valve program for the broken faucet. So even if we somehow made it here to this point without talking to him and saving him, we wouldn't be able to progress. I currently have 6 escapes in my folder. I don't know if I will actually pick up the one in traffic control. Do I want a 7th escape? I feel like that's almost that's almost detrimental. I could pick it up just to like trade it. But having like a ton of escapes in my folder might be like too much clutter.
Not enough like attacks for like the actual important fights. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a pretty fun little skip here. I think there's supposed to be more to this room, but I don't remember. I currently have 5 RNG chips also. That's pretty decent, to be honest.
You say you need like 10 by the end?
Yeah, 10 by the end. I'm lining up with a pixel here. Notice I skipped those 2 giant holes.
This room. This brings back some kind of memory.
So I should theoretically make it through this room with 0 encounters. You pretty much don't get an encounter here unless you mess up. There we go. The chances are pretty low. And then this is the last room of Waterworks. This is the intended route. Trust me. Do not question it.
Yeah, the ice physics in this game are really cool to watch when it's done well. You just literally zipping along all these rooms.
Yeah. And that is the last ice puzzle solved. Time to fight the boss. I wonder who it is.
It's gotta be Flashman.
That would make sense. Yeah, Flashman. He freezes things in place with his like time stop. And I will upgrade my Buster. I picked up a power-up in that one room that I kind of just glossed over.
Oh man, it's Iceman.
I can't believe this.
What?
I love his redesign here. It's so cute.
The little like Eskimo.
It's very cute.
Anyway, that was an Elexor draw. You'll notice it did a lot of damage to him.
Yeah. Super strong chip.
And he's going to lob a ice ball here, but he doesn't get a chance.
It's crazy because Iceman was already like probably by far the cutest robot master in the classic series. And he's just as cute in the Battle Network series. Like, he just doesn't stop winning.
He's just a little guy.
Literally.
So Mail wants us to go shopping with her to buy a birthday present for Yai, who is our rich friend that lives in the mansion where we stole the first escape ship from.
From her phone.
Yep. So we responded to her email, delivered the email by hand, and we're going to go shopping. Oh, she's not here. Oh, she went ahead of us. She took the bus. We're going to take the train.
As one does.
Yeah. And then this is Den City. Probably one of the most confusing sets of maps anywhere because there are traffic lights and you do have to... you can only cross when the light says go. Because it creates this physical barrier when the light changes. Also, I'm going to save in this room. There's about a 20% chance that I get an encounter here. And the encounters in here are like this, thank God.
I distinctly remember the encounters in like rooms like this where it's just items or some NPCs. I remember the encounters being very difficult.
That little pile of camouflaged goo throws grenades that do 200 damage. And the red fishies leave behind a trail of fire in the road that they cross. You can imagine that that does not leave you much room to move around. So we went in there to grab a power-up, and we're also coming in here to grab a Quake 3C. Quake 3C is very strong. And this power-up goes into charge, so we can now charge our Mega Buster. And now we are going to fight Miyu and Skullman.
That's a Digimon.
I can kind of see it.
A little bit, yeah.
Unfortunate hand. This is what we call alphabet soup in Battle Network. When you have just a bunch of different letters in your folder, and you can't really do anything with it. Maybe he'll come to the front. Yeah, I'm just gonna take that death. Because this is a NPC, instead of a actual fight, dying does not reset you to the title screen. He just did not give me much space to move around. Okay. I'm sure someone in chat is probably going to post missed a sword, but whatever. That is an FFZ emote that we have. For any time someone misses a sword swing, obviously. There's also missed a cannon, which I hopefully will not do any of that. Just gonna take that damage. It's a little scary.
Does the fire do more damage?
They do the same.
Oh, nice. That's lovely.
But I did not have much room to move around here. Yeah. If I moved down, the hand would have just hit me anyway. I'm not getting very good draws here. But because it's Skullman, it's not too bad. It's just typical expected time loss. I'll take an Elexord. Maybe he'll come to the front. I said, maybe he'll come to the front. Maybe.
Has he moved from the back row at all? No, yeah.
He just not like to move. Okay.
He's being obstinate because we don't have enough donations coming in. He sees
Yeah.
that we're getting close to our next milestone, and he's like, I'm going to stay back here until we hit it.
Good for him. That's
He's a
exactly what
big
he should be doing.
He's a big supporter of Planned Parenthood.
I do not like these hands. I do not like these hands. Oh, he has 4 HP. Anyway, that was Skullman. That was the hardest Skullman I've ever had to deal with, but you know, sometimes it's like that.
Sometimes you just draw the wrong hand and lose your run.
Sometimes you draw nothing but 30 and 40 damage chips. Anyway, remember the cars exploding from the break screen? I'm not going to skip this cutscene. There you go.
I remember when I played this game casually a few years ago, and I was just like, it was like tonal whiplash compared to everything leading up. I feel like seeing that.
I love it hard cutting back to the player character just standing there like Mom said it's my turn to play the Xbox after watching like 4 people die.
Yeah.
I think like the NPCs are like yelling for help too, and they're just crashing their cars into each other.
They are. It's fine. This is just everyday life in this futuristic world of 20XDX. Actually, I think in Battle Network 1, I think it's 2000X. If I recall.
People talk about like if you could survive living in Gotham City, could you survive living in Battle Network?
No!
It's crazy here.
Do some little cheaty movement
That was good.
to grab that bubbler K.
Yeah, so this is Color Man's scenario. As you can see, we're changing the color of the paths. That's pretty much it. There's a lot of like connecting paths that you want to change the colors for, so you can highlight them and be able to walk on them.
Yeah, we're trying to change all the lights to red to stop the cars from going through. Also, this is Miss Mad. She is trying to sell the solution to the problem of the cars are driving themselves and exploding. And the people are not buying it because we told them we'll just solve the problem for them. As you do. Traffic control has 5 different comps. They're all only one room, but there are 5 of these. What if? What if I get Red Wave? I'm not going to. It would be hype, though.
What if?
I believe.
Oh. I'll take a Sonic Wave. It's still, like, good. But it's not Red Wave. Is that Nihilego? These are jellies. This is a Jelly 1. The red one is a Jelly 2. Thankfully, we will not see Jelly 3. Jelly 3 only appears in the WWW Comps 4, 5, and 6. I grabbed the escape out of muscle memory. I'm probably not going to put that in. Alright, I'm not going to attempt.
I'm much too wrestling pilled. I keep expecting you to say WWE.
The WWW, the criminal organization. That's why we removed it from all URLs. No one says www dot anymore because it's meaningless. But yeah, Miss Mad was calling us and telling us that it's hopeless. There's a bus that is the bus that Mail is taking to get to the downtown area is unable to stop. It's going full speed. It's going to explode if it stops. So it's just going.
Oh yeah, there's an exploding bus somewhere around here. We didn't mention that.
We're trying to force it to stop by changing all the traffic lights. I'm not going to put in a 7th escape. Yeah, Male Mayl is Lan's childhood friend, and if you want to be spoiled on the epilogue for Battle Network 6, his future wife in like 30 years. This is fine. Yeah, Lan also... It's not relevant until literally a cutscene that we don't even see in this game because we skip it. But Lan does have a twin brother named Hub.
The names in these games are just so good, man.
And Hub died when he was an infant and was taken... Dr. Hikari took Hub's consciousness as he died and implanted it into an AI that is MegaMan. So the two brothers are still together, except Hub is being operated by Lan.
Honestly, the way Hub bosses around Lan, you'd think it'd be the other way around.
You kind of would think that.
All he does is yell at him to get out of bed.
So this is Traffic Control 4. Traffic Control 4 is where we have a particular virus that I would really like the chip drop off of. And that is the Metar 3. Because I really want Dino Wave. Dino Wave is a like Shockwave and Sonic Wave that I've been using, is a full line attack, except it does 100 damage. Please come down. Maybe I'll get bubble wrap. Nope.
Just money.
Just money. Yeah, this is kind of our last opportunity in Traffic Control to get chips, is Traffic Control 4. I would like any of these. I don't really have a way to get any of these with this hand. Unfortunately, the jellies attack the entire board. Jelly 2 does, I think, 200 damage. I don't really want to deal with that. As you can see, that Metar just did 100 damage to me.
And his brother is stuck there.
Yeah,
Just
stuck
doing
forever.
nothing.
Ooh. You love to see that.
Nice.
So yeah, that is our 6th RNG chip, and Dino Wave is incredibly strong. Speaking of incredibly strong, this is a Game Boy Advance game.
Just one guy.
Bonk.
Those are always the funniest encounters. It's just one guy pulling up on you.
Yeah, it's one guy, and then you just like, you're dead now.
Why run?
So this is Traffic Control 5. There are no encounters in Traffic Control 5 because I'm occasionally going to be trying to jack out. And when you try and jack out, Lan says, MegaMan, you can't jack out. We have to save mail. So every time that he says that, it resets our step count to 0, which means we just can't get encounters, basically. And that's really convenient for a dungeon that is otherwise kind of difficult.
This is definitely like up there for like most difficult, like as a beginner, like starting out just playing the game casually. because you're just trying to get through all these pathways, and then you're just getting slaughtered by the endless encounters.
Yeah. BN1's encounter rate is very high. Ironically, the next scenario actually has one of the lower encounter rates, and that's Power Plant. Shoutouts to Power Plant, which we'll be seeing very soon. Goodbye, swords. Unfortunately, I do not really want you. There's another... I can take up this for, like, this. Sure. You know what? We'll save for Color Man. I have died on the same frame that Color Man dies before also, and it actually counts as you winning. This game is generous in that way.
Yeah, I learned.
So yeah, Color Man has these two giant punching bags. And then eventually when his HP drops low enough, he spawns a ball that just kind of bounces around. And this guy is in my way. Eventually the punching bags will move again. I would really like you to not be in the way. And as long as I don't get hit by the ball, it's going to keep being on the screen. Which is fine with me. Okay.
Oh.
I got a little greedy.
Honestly, he moved faster than I thought he would have.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to work.
Alright, he's definitely dead.
But he's dead here.
Goodbye, Color Man. And now we've saved mail and roll. And it's time for our next scenario immediately. This is a very fast-paced game in terms of story progression. There's not really much between segments. This is our rich friend Yai. She's giving us 10,000 Zenny.
You're kind of just gaming as soon as you start your splits.
Yeah, a lot of other Battle Network games have a lot of kind of downtime between major scenarios, but not BN1. It's just back-to-back-to-back scenarios. Hey, rich friend, can I have money? You should all be doing that for charity right now. Saying that exact statement.
Do we have a moment for me to slip in and remind everyone what we're here for?
Yeah.
Rejects and Friends Rapid Fire 2025. We are here to support Planned Parenthood Federation of America. You know, Planned Parenthood is an incredible organization that provides healthcare to millions of people. Their mission statement is that your health is our highest priority, and we believe your body is your own. Especially in times like these, that is more vital than ever. Doing things such as providing birth control and hormone therapies and STI treatments to everyone, regardless of race, age, gender, what have you. Planned Parenthood is amazing. That's what we're raising money for. You can use hashtag ! Donate in the chat to get the donation link to help support this amazing cause.
Yeah, so we're currently at a party for Dad's work. Dad was there a second ago, but something came up and he had to leave. So we're now... the power is out in the government facility. Not only is this waterworks, cybersecurity, and whatever else it is, it's also a power plant. All in one building. And we are now going to jack into the power plant mainframe. Morph, you might know more about how this place works than I do, because I just kind of run through it.
Okay, so first off, shoutouts to the banger music here. I think it's the best song in the game, maybe. But the whole premise of this scenario is you're going to pick up these batteries from these NPCs, and you will place the batteries inside of these just little cubbies, I guess, or something. And those will light up different pathways throughout the rooms. and you need to basically do that, but it gets kind of annoying because if I remember correctly, if you misuse a battery, you have to go all the way back to these NPCs to regain them.
Yep. Or recharge them, basically.
Yeah. So very frustrating dungeon casually, I would say, because I don't think there's any indication on how you can tell which one is the correct one or not. You're kind of just placing them. I feel like
some of the progs will give you hints, but nothing like outright telling you.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. And it's hard to get to those progs when you're getting harassed by the encounter rate in this game.
Also worth noting, we have a battery gauge in the top right corner. It's not relevant unless you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, that I don't remember what it does.
When it depletes fully, so this game has the fun system of your health restores between battles. But that is the PET's battery. When it runs out, Mega Man's HP no longer restores between battles.
Is that only in this scenario that does that?
Yes.
Okay. I feel like I would have remembered that if it was the whole game.
Yeah, it's a fun little mechanic. I took that fight there to try and get a drop. Typical, not getting lucky. But that is a guaranteed fight. It's pretty quick against the prog. It also resets your step counter by taking an encounter. So I don't necessarily get a more dangerous fight. And we'll be doing that like one more time in a later room here. I don't particularly want either of these chips, so I don't need to do that fight. Raddies are terrifying.
They move towards you and then blow up, is that right?
They send bombs across the map that those bombs can turn one time.
Okay, that's what it was.
And they will never teleport to the road that you're in.
Yeah, so that combined with those giant fans that constantly blow you away makes moving around those bombs really hard.
Yeah, or like any other of these enemy types. Like these prog viruses. Do you remember what the numb status condition is? It's unique to be in one.
I don't think so.
When you get hit by electricity, it surrounds Mega Man with little like sparks of electricity. And as long as he has those sparks, every time he moves, he takes 10 damage.
Wait, doesn't that come up in the MegaMan fight too?
It can, I think.
I feel like I remember that being incredibly annoying.
I'm not sure because I never get hit by Elecman, but I think it can. Some of his attacks, maybe.
I feel like I remember that. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
So these little thunder viruses, the billies, they have 100 HP, they do 100 damage, and then they numb you, meaning that if you move to try and avoid further taking 100 damage from their electrical balls, you take 10 damage every movement, and your health, as you can probably imagine, it goes away pretty quick. When you only have 240.
It'd be so much more manageable if it was like 5 health. But like,
yeah,
you have to move around so much when you play these games that like 10 health is, you're kind of just stuck basically.
Yeah, you are. These progs also do it. These progs, not only do they numb you, they start to area steal eventually.
Yeah, they do. And they have like that AoE around them where they just shoot the electrical ball around them. So then you just can't get away.
Oh no, I took a right turn. I was like, I need to scroll my notes for the map. Even with, you know, however many, well over 100 attempts, I need a map for some of these rooms. Especially this puzzle here. This puzzle is pretty hard to remember. because it is 3 different sets of battery slots, and you need to be reusing the same 3 batteries for this entire segment. And there's a prog at the very bottom that will recharge your batteries, so that you don't have to, because you cannot actually make it to the prog at the top. I'm getting pretty okay encounters. Oh, Ratty was not dumb. Okay. That's not the chip that I want, but I'll take it. Raton 1 is a chip that I can get for free at the end game by doing a 5-question quiz at summer school. But I guess I can just not do the quiz now. Okay. And coming up here, once I'm done with this puzzle, the last run to MegaMan isn't too bad. I do not need this. So yeah, this Mr. Prog here is going to recharge all of our batteries for free. And he can do that a couple times casually. I don't know how many times, like 2 or 3, I think. Maybe it's just once.
Yeah,
either way.
Cannot say I remember.
Either way, we're basically done. This last room is not super complicated. It's kind of just a straight line, and everything I pick up is literally on the road. Very conveniently placed. Here is this mystery data next to the stairs. I guess the other thing that makes this comp like kind of annoying is probably the fact that you can't see anything.
That's what I was about to say. Like, they're just being invisible floorways for you to walk on. Made it pretty frustrating.
It seems hateful.
You just have to kind of know.
I remember before I eventually gave up and just looked up a map for this dungeon, I remember just hugging my face along every wall.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
We have time for a donation.
Yeah, go for it.
We have $10 from Brandino, who says, shout out to Phantom for the amazing stickers they gave at GDQ. They're all over my PC case now.
Let's go, Brandino.
Also, I changed my Discord profile, so my banner is now the words enemy deleted in the Dark Souls font.
That's good.
I've been thinking about it literally all run, and it was like, this has to get out of me.
Oh my god. So this is the power plant. That switch is, it looks fine.
I'd say so.
I'm going to save before MegaMan. Shoutouts to MegaMan. This is fine. This is phase 1. He's going to heal after he takes 50 damage, and he's going to do this 3 times. Oh no.
I can't beat him.
He's taking all of the power from the power plant because he's MegaMan. Let's turn off the power plant. Come on, MegaMan. Come on. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, with chips like that, you kind of just have to pray.
Yeah, they're really slow.
Where are you going? Where are you going? He was doing a thing. You didn't get to see the move he was doing, but that's fine.
Another chance at this pillar.
Easy.
Nice. He just did nothing.
Oh, this is fine.
That's a really good spot for it.
Where are you going, Elect Man? Where are you going? Please don't be on the bottom when you do your thing. Okay. Anyway, that wasn't the boss. Let's fight the real boss of Power Plant. None of those are worth using. You need to do at least 120 damage with a chip to make this fight save a Buster Shot. Because Proto Man will block everything that you throw at him.
Your only way to hit Proto Man is to hit him out of his startup frames.
Yep.
So you're literally just waiting for him to do something the whole time.
And luckily our Charge Shot does enough damage to stun him out of his attacks. But yeah, this is Proto Man. This is you know, the most engaging fight in the entire Battle Network series.
This fight... This didn't take me that long to figure out, but I kept trying so many different things until I just circled back to doing nothing. And I was not very happy when it worked.
Considering that you play MegaMan, doing nothing, I feel like should be standard.
True.
That was a 0.1 gold, by the way.
It's not the fact that I'm doing
Nice.
nothing. It's that I'm trying to make my opponent do something.
True, true. That's what
Just-
Proto Man does too. He wants you to hit him. This is the final day, by the way.
I believe this segment is just a lot of internet movement now.
Yeah,
So I
so
remember the game casually.
this is where we need 60 chips. This is where we need to be level 30, which means enough HP memories, power-ups, and armor to hit level 30. And this is also where we need to go and fight the final boss, Bomb Man. So I'm gonna keep saying final boss. I'm sure most people haven't even played this game to know, but it's the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we need to talk to this guy. He says that Chod is off in Den City or something. So we're gonna go find Chod and learn about WWW, and then find out that 3 of the leaders of the organization have passwords to the Undernet. So we're gonna go talk to those 3 leaders to get their passwords and make our way through. The Undernet is effectively, I don't know, 4chan.
Ah,
It's funny to think about hearing Bomb Man as the final boss. Because when I think of Bomb Man, I think of the very easy Mega Man 1 fight.
Yeah.
But I do remember when I fought Bomb Man for the first time in this game, he felt like a final boss.
He does a
Which-
lot of damage.
It just like threw me for a whirl.
So this is Higsby. We're gonna get his password into the World 3 areas, and then we're gonna buy chips from him. And then we're gonna go gambling. Again. Who likes gambling?
oh dang it!
Let's go gambling!
I already have that chip.
Oh dang it!
I will gladly take an M cannon.
That's 150?
Yeah, 120.
Nice.
And it's just relatively fast.
Yeah. Cannons are super reliable damage.
Do you remember if I got dash off of a drop? I don't think I did.
I don't believe you did.
Yes, that's an RNG chip that I got. So I'm currently at 8, which would be pretty nice if that's accurate count. I did not get Thunder or Ring Zap 1, so I will probably still take some small detours. Hello. I will take a Quake 3.
Quake 3 is a good game.
Never played Quake, but I like the battle chip. Okay, garbage. That's fine. So, it is time to... This trip is honestly, like, not... It's required, but it's not, like, that necessary to go this particular way. Typically, casually, you'd probably already have done a good chunk of internet exploration. I feel like... Maybe you wouldn't.
I think
I don't
that was
know.
my experience when I played.
Like, you would have probably explored something. And not just this be the first time you do anything in the internet.
Yeah.
That's fine. So we got the password to this door from Dr. Freud. The www key. We can now open all the skull doors. For the sake of... this is faster than going out of my way for some other chips. Unfortunately.
Hey, it's Fireman.
Yeah, it is. Turns out he's not much stronger than he was before. This is a good draw. Okay. So that's an RNG chip. Not really, but you're guaranteed to get Fireman, but we aren't necessarily required to do that fight, so it's counted as an RNG chip in that regard. So, okay.
It looked like the shop owner was the encounter.
I was on the right pixel to talk to him. So I'm buying a power-up and a hammer chip. Power-up to go to 5 attack. And now we make our way into Internet 2. Now, an astute viewer may be thinking, oh, you're going to go through Internet 2 to Internet 3. No. We're taking the path from Internet 2 to Internet 4. That's how you count.
Numbers work.
And then we'll be going from Internet 4 into, I think it's Internet... Oh, it's 5. It's 5.
Speaking of numbers, we do have that EXE Party poster raffle open. It's $20 to enter it, and you will have a pretty good chance of winning it if you get it in. It's till the end of this run, and it's a fantastic poster. You can use !schedule in the chat to see our schedule and take a look at it from Isaiah C. Animation.
I'm going to save right there. I did not save there on GDQ, and I definitely should have. Even though I didn't die, this is just so risky.
I do remember some of these later internet rooms being pretty difficult to manage between the pathing and also the encounters.
Yeah, so like, we have the ghillie viruses there. Those grenades do 100 damage. That's pretty scary. And then the Quake viruses on top of that also do a ton of damage. And then also time bombs do a pretty good amount of damage. And then the Quakes also do that. Where they have a splash effect. This, I'm not going to be able to hit them with their own attack.
Yeah.
Flappy 3s move way too much. Okay.
Whoa, another one.
Okay. We're just here to buy 2 battle chips. You see he has something for 20,000. That is I think it's heat armor. Heat armor's cool. I don't want it. It's too expensive. I need armor. but I'm not spending that kind of money on heat armor. Okay. I was trying to cheese him. This is fine. I can still win this quickly enough. I just need to charge a buster shot. It's easy.
And another.
That's 4 Quake 3s I'll have in my folder for the next big encounter. I am not taking this fight. Given the opportunity. No thank you. I'm gonna come over here and grab this Aqua Sword A. Aqua Sword is good if you only want to hit the front column. Unfortunately, most things are not ever in the front column when you want them to be. Come over here. Grab this HP memory that you can clearly see.
Okay, wow, that just blew my mind.
Did you not know that there was something there?
No.
Nice. Take out the cross gun. I'm not going to do any sorting there. Because I'm going to want escapes anyway. This is the door virus. You might be wondering why he's called the door virus. Well, he has a door in front of him.
Big old door.
And he has 250 HP.
And he's got some friends that are really annoying. You can't hit them until they open their mouths.
Yep. Nice door virus fight. You don't
Incredible.
typically have 2 Quakes to open that fight with, but there you go. No thank you. I do not like the pinecone looking viruses. They are not very friendly.
Those guys drop down. I forget what they do. I know they drop down and are not easy to hit.
Yeah, they're not easy to hit. They do a wood tower. It's kind of like the 2 little furnace things.
Oh, yeah.
Aqua tower and fire tower.
And then I forget what the statue guy does. I don't remember liking him, though.
Rish told me that he didn't get used to blocking this guy or dodging this guy's attacks.
Yeah, that's what it was. I remember hating that.
There we go. Maybe I get a chip drop. No. I was kind of hoping, because I'm not going out of my way to grab Thunder here.
We didn't get a chip drop. We do have a donation drop if you have time.
Yeah, perfect timing.
We have $20 from Birder, who says, the Groose is loose. And Birder put that $20 towards both the EXE Party poster raffle and the Skyward Sword file name incentive, because you can put your money towards multiple incentives.
Yeah, these guys are called Gaias. Okay.
It makes so much sense to me now that you can just like walk through the attack because you're just phasing through it. My brain's like, I need to move back.
Hopefully, I get something for a chip drop. I'm gonna come over here and grab Fighter Sword. Now, considering I've called swords to like kind of bad up to this point, Fighter Sword though is very good because it doesn't attack the column in front of you; it attacks the entire row. Hey, buddy.
Oh, he's trying his best. I think one of those sword enemies ends up doing that at some point.
Yeah.
They're just attacking the entire row in front.
In BN1, all of the sword enemies have a 3-column range. Maybe? I never get this chip. Okay.
Surprised I was not an S rank.
You cannot actually S rank single viruses in BN1.
Oh, really?
Highest you can get is a 9. So we're going to go out of our way a little bit here and grab the RNG chip Stone Man. Shoutouts to Stone Man. He's still here.
He's just vibing. He's probably blocking off another railroad or something.
He's doing something. He's just slamming his fist in the ground. He's upset.
He doesn't like being bothered.
Oh, I had cans for A codes, whatever. But yeah, he's basically dead. There we go. That's Stone Man. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna grab the rock cube. And I believe, if my total is correct, which it should be. I may need to take a detour, but that's fine. I have 57 chips, so I do need 2 more. Alright, we're gonna do this quick backup, and by quick backup I mean this isn't actually very quick. Sal. Sal, please, fight me. Shoutouts to Woodman.
It's Woodman!
Fight I don't normally do, but I'm a little short. And by a little short, I mean quite a bit short. Unfortunately, the first time you fight Woodman, he gives you Zenny. And Sal's password.
The second time.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's not Fire Tower. That would have been sick. Woodman, please. Woodman, please. It's S-coded. That's fine. Please. Don't do this to me, Woodman. Be kind. Okay. There we go. Woodman W.
If you
Everyone's
hear a cat,
favorite code.
if you guys happen to hear a cat, that is my cat aggressively meowing at my desk right now.
Nice.
Pretty sure your cat is meowing so much because we are only about $141 away from our next milestone. And I know how much everyone here loves to get the glory for something. And so that could be you, chat. You could be the person in chat that puts us over that $5,345 to get us to that next milestone. I'm just saying.
I think all the dwarves in chat summoned her.
Well, speaking of, we do have a $10.48 donation here from Snail with the comment, Glorp Shaky.
Yo.
Yeah, she was upstairs this whole run, and all the glorps came through in chat, and now she's here.
So I'm going to take a detour here. This is not one that you typically see. Just like you don't typically see Woodman. Hello, Miyu. I'm back. Skullman's just having a great time. Hey, there's Fire Tower. Luckily, he will always drop a chip. Take that. I moved into the fire just so he wouldn't teleport. Ooh. Okay. Anyway. GG. Skullman.
GG, well played.
Traded at the very end. Classic. And now I can go to school. Not my school. Someone else's school. I don't know who actually goes to school here. But this is where Yuri works. She teaches. That's Yuri. I'm going to grab this barrier. And then talk to Yuri. It turns out she's one of the leaders of WWW, and in order to get her password, she wants you to have had 60 battle chips. And that barrier R that I just picked up from that cabinet was my 60th battle chip. After, you know, getting Skullman, Woodman, Fireman, Stoneman.
All the mans.
Literally all of them. And this guy over here, this old man, this is Paw. He wants MegaMan to be level 30 or he's not going to give you his password. But MegaMan's level 30. Because we have all of the armor, power-ups, and HP memory that we need to total up to 30. And it is time to make the final run through the internet. You may be wondering, why are we not going through Lance PC? Well, we made a shortcut earlier from Dad's PC into Internet 3. And this happens to be significantly faster than running through the entire internet to have a halfway point. I know that's probably surprising to everyone here.
The idea of just going to your dad's workplace, just to jack into the internet when you have internet at home.
It's faster. It's,
you know,
more...
It is Monday afternoon, and if you're at your workplace, you could donate towards the Skyward Sword file name incentive and get Groose over the hump.
This is scary.
Dad's
you know what?
workplace
I'll
just
take
has
that.
better internet.
Yeah, it's closer to the evil parts of the internet.
Oh, that enemy, he places the mine randomly,
Yep.
and it's, I think, really fast. Like,
It's pretty hard to tell.
like hard to tell, hard to keep up with. It goes around between like the 9 tiles you have to work with.
I was wondering why my map looked weird, and it's because I didn't scroll down. Classic. See, I was thinking that the wasp would just move earlier. Yeah, this is Internet 6. We'll be making our way to Internet 7, and then Internet 8 is the deepest part of the known internet where Bomb Man is waiting for us. Nice extra chip that I no longer need. That would have been useful 5 minutes ago.
I like that in the chip portrait, he's just holding the mine like it's a dinner plate.
Yeah. Alright, buddy. How does it feel?
He's trying his best.
Ooh. Okay. I will be doing a folder edit before Bomb Man, so throwing in any extra chips like that is kind of nice. Be throwing in that and the fighter sword. But otherwise, we're just kind of running to the end. The final boss, Bomb Man, once we get there, he will be... If you know Bomberman,
Yeah.
you might have an idea of how he's going to function. He's going to be throwing bombs onto your side of the field, and if they will explode in a cross pattern, and if they hit other bombs, it creates a chain reaction. So we're going to try and avoid that because every one of those explosions does 150 damage. And I don't know if you've seen our HP recently. It is not very high.
Yeah, you're not meant to, but like it's pretty likely that when you play this game casually, you'll have like healing chips, and like some of them will heal for like 200, 100.
Yeah.
So like you have like pretty decent odds of surviving a lot of these fights if you have some of those chips in your folder. But who needs that in a speedrun?
Exactly. We're not trying to... Oh, where's the fighter sword? There it is. Okay. All of the strongest chips at the top. And this is Bomb Man. He kind of looks like a duck.
Like armored plating on his wrists and legs, like he just looks too cool. Like Bomb Man is not supposed to look too cool.
This is fine. He's probably going to move to kick this bomb. There he goes. And he's placing a mine. Top right.
That was top right, yeah.
Nice.
Good timing. I'm assuming the bomb explosions don't trigger the mine.
No. That would be awful. Okay, Bomb Man, I see how it is. That's fine. You can be back there. If you hit the bombs with a fire attack, if I draw... Oh, I have Fire Tower, actually. Wait. This is funny.
And
I have fire...
fire.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a chain attack like the one he does, also.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, nice forward cannon.
Can I draw something funny? No. That's fine. That's Bomb Man. That's the final boss of the game. Now we have Epilogue. As many RPG fans might know, Epilogue is included in timing. Story's definitely over. We're just talking to Dad right now. Like, we defeated Bomb Man.
That fight can get overwhelming pretty fast if you let Bomb Man set up all the bombs on your side of the field.
Yeah. Yeah, we defeated Bomb Man. We got the password to the secret organization's hideout where Dr. Wily is hiding, and we gave that to the government officials, and our job is done.
I mean, what's more dangerous than a bomb? Why would anything else be the final boss?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Finally go back to being a normal 5th grader.
I mean, yeah, we gave all of the tools to the officials. Our job is done. It looks like Higsby's missing, but he left this ID card here. Kind of weird, but whatever. Let's go see what it's all about. This ID card looks like a Metro Pass, so we're going to show it to this guy. And he says, yeah, but I've never seen a Metro like that before. And we're going to annoy this driver, like, a lot. Turns out there's a secret Metro station underneath the school, and it's been there this entire time. kind of weird, but our ID card doesn't work. I think it's like tied to something genetics. I don't know. DNA match from the person holding it. We're gonna go give it to Dad. He's gonna reprogram it for us. I hope everyone enjoys these 6 notes. Because this is the song. Panic music in Battle Network games is a classic. Yeah, Dad's gonna reprogram this bus pass for us, or Metro Pass. And then we make our way back to school.
Finally gonna start summer school, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to need it. He hadn't gone to school in God knows how long.
It's been
It's
at
been a
least
while.
over an hour. It's been like over an hour.
Yeah. A few scenarios. It
long
might be the weekend. What all of these events could be like days apart.
That's a good point. Terrorist events seem to just be on an 8-hour cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
This
you
was-
end a
this was
chunk
his
of the
spring break.
scenarios. I think you end a good chunk of the scenarios by just going to bed and you just wake up.
Yeah. So it's just like every day. This is Wiley Castle. There's a bunch of people tied up. I don't know why. And we're gonna jack into this door that you can clearly see. I mean, there's a little piece of the loading zone, right?
A little nudge there.
So this is www comp or Wiley comp. It may look familiar to you. Not sure why. We're coming up on the end, by the way.
Gorp Shaky's going wild in the chat.
Ideally, I run away from all of these encounters. I did not actually sort my escapes to the top. So we're going to come down here. Hey, look, a door virus.
It's a door. Anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. I think I forgot something back at Lan's house. So I need to go back and grab something before I can continue Wiley Castle. And time. So
GG.
that was pretty good for needing to do all those backups at the end. There is a Skyward Sword run later today. Maybe Pippi or Jim will talk about this, but it is rando, so I don't actually know how it works. It's kind of similar. We're setting a flag. So setting that flag by putting out that fire, and then leaving does not clear the flag. That flag shares a bit in memory with the flag for saying that the final boss, the life virus, has been defeated. So when you enter the map that has credits, it sees that the bit is set and triggers credits. And that's kind of what just happened. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you for having Battle Network on RAF and donate to Planned Parenthood. I hope everyone enjoyed the RNG fest that is this game.
Yeah. Any shout outs, Phantom or Morpheus?
Shout out to Team BN. Team BN is the community of Battle Network speedrunners, and Discord server is a great place to get resources on the series, as well as Starforce, which is kind of the spiritual successor to Battle Network for the DS. Shoutouts to DS games at Brandino59.
And
You got
I just
anything
want
more?
to say thanks to you, Phantom, for letting me be here on comms. I've never run this game, but I do enjoy it a lot. Very fun game. It was fun being here, just hanging out.
Yeah, it was great having you.
Thank you two so much. Thank you to Raph for having me hosting. This has been a ton of fun. We have a fantastic Majora's Mask race coming up next. The Skyward Sword incentive is still open, and hopefully we can keep raising money for Planned Parenthood. Thank you so much. I have been Adam.